Welcome to the channel. I'm the Scottish astrologer, and in this video I want to talk about the clear connection between a tree or the tree of life and the placenta, and how this connection confirms without astrology the esoteric teachings of as above so below, and how the microcosm and the macrocosm are a mirror image of one another. But before I get into that, if you'd be kind enough to give this video a wee like, I would truly appreciate that, as it really helps this channel to grow. So thank you in advance. Now let me talk to you a little bit about trees. Now trees provide all the things that we truly need to survive, which are oxygen, food, and they're the basics, but they also provide warmth through shelter and also fuel. Now the placenta, before you're born, just like a tree after you're born, provides you with the basics for life. So before you're born and brought into this world, the placenta is just like a tree for you, as it provides you with oxygen and food. And again, once you're born, then a physical tree would provide you with that nourishment and oxygen which you need. And the only thing basic for life that both the placenta and the tree does not provide you with is, of course, water. Now before you're born, the water, just like the placenta, is provided by the mother, and after you are born, the water, just like the tree, is provided by the earth. And this is of course showing how a mother is a mirror image of the earth itself, okay? As again, a baby inside the womb is provided by the mother with water, which it's surrounded by, and with the placenta, which provides its food and oxygen. And of course, once the baby is born into the world, once again, it is no longer provided by the mother with water, but it is provided in time, of course, after the milk, which is provided by the mother. But after that stage, and it's no longer reliant on the mother, okay, the child then relies on the earth for water, okay, and the earth for nourishment, for food, for oxygen, okay, which comes from trees or plants, but trees is a great symbol for this, and of course the main source of oxygen. So with this, it's clear, as above so below, as within so without. This is why the mother or the earth are one and the same, a higher and a lower form of each other, a form on the macrocosm and the microcosm. And this is of course why we have the term Mother Earth, because Earth is a mother. The mother is Earth, okay? It's the same thing, microcosm, macrocosm, as above so below, as within so without. And now the ancient Celtic and Druid symbol for the tree, which is just a picture of a tree which is commonly shown to have the roots spread out in the earth and the branches reaching across the heavens, connecting to one another, which shows a link between heaven and earth, which of course is also meaning as above so below, or as within so without. And if anything not related to astrology will show you that this term is true, then this symbol for the tree actually on the placenta should do it. It should open up your eyes with everything I just mentioned regarding the tree and the placenta and the earth and a mother. Now what are the chances that an image of a tree appears on all placentas and can be clearly seen on them, as long as they of course are normal and whole and everything else? So non-astrological evidence of as above so below, or as within so without, or that the microcosm is a smaller version of the macrocosm, then the tree of life on the placenta is a great one in my opinion. There is many more examples, of course, of as above, so below. In my opinion, it's in absolutely everything, but not everyone sees it. But I think that this image of the tree on the placenta is by far one of the best, and it's an extremely intriguing one. I think everyone can agree. Now, what are the chances of the links I mentioned between a tree and the placenta? Okay, and then what are the chances that an image of the tree is actually on the placenta? Okay, that is just mind-blowing. And I'm guessing most of you have probably came across this through social media, people sharing this image, but most of you may not also. I only recently was shown this, okay, by my partner. And it just confirms everything I work on my channel, everything I try to show, again, as above, so below. And as within, so without, the microcosm and the macrocosm, heaven and earth, the material and the spiritual world all being linked, totally linked. And of course a mirror image of one another. What goes on in the heavens tends to always take place in some form on earth. And patterns from above repeat below. It's just the way it is, okay? The largest thing you can see and the smallest thing known will have some sort of link, okay? They'll have some sort of pattern that totally links them together. And it's like that with everything. Everything has an opposite, of course. But for those who have not seen this before and who do not know and are not aware that an image of a tree is actually on the placenta, and the links, like I just explained, between the tree and the placenta, how they are basically one and the same. One on a microcosm, one on a macrocosm, okay? One higher form than the other, that's the only difference. And they have an image of one on the other. It's unbelievable. Image of the tree on the placenta. Chances are astronomical, it's mind-blowing, and that should open up people's eyes to esoteric teachings, surely. And again, that's why I'm wanting to share this information, because I know not everyone will have come across this, and the people that do won't necessarily understand, not everybody will necessarily understand the links that I'm talking about, the esoteric teachings and the links between the tree and the placenta and the mother and the earth, etc. Now, I'll talk a bit more about the tree of life and what it symbolises. Now, the tree of life also symbolises eternal life and immortality, or also a fresh start on life. And so, to me, referring to and showing reincarnation, okay? For souls, so this is reincarnation is what is called for souls, and reproduction is what the term is known for bodies, okay? So, life is eternal materially, physically, through reproduction, okay, and fresh bodies, okay, or flesh roots, if you like, for souls to be able to come into, okay, and experience on earth. So that's known as reproduction again. And reincarnation is just a spiritual term for reproduction. Reproduction is a material term, reincarnation spiritual, because it's talking about souls, the recycling of souls, okay, and immortality and everlasting life through the recycling of souls, through reincarnation, and through the reproduction of bodies, okay, through sex. And reproduction, of course, is not solely a human thing, as we all know. Reproduction for the bodies from plants, animals to human bodies all happens through reproduction, just in different forms, okay? Different forms of reproduction, different forms of sex, okay? Some through laying eggs. Everyone knows about the seahorse, how that happens. The male is the one who should, like, throughout nature, it's all different how this reproduction occurs, but it's all the same. It all leads to the end goal, which is the same, of producing more bodies for more souls to inhabit, okay? Again, how the material and spiritual are linked hand in hand, and have the same sort of functions but slightly different from one another, but exactly the same, and work hand in hand and work together towards the same ultimate goal. So again, plants, animals, humans, we all reproduce in our own ways, and we are all linked and rely on each other. Okay, everybody knows plants, humans, animals, we're all linked, we all rely on one another, okay, in some way or form, whether that be for food, for medicine, etc. Or how plants may rely on animals such as bees, for instance, for survival, for repollination, etc. So we all do rely on each other one way or another. Again, the material and the spiritual world work in a very similar way, as they are linked in almost a mirror image of one another, which again is perfectly symbolized through the tree of life. So there we go, folks, the connection between the tree of life, or a tree in general, and the placenta, okay, and of course the mother and the earth. And then throw into the mix the image of the tree on every placenta, and surely your mind must be blown if you truly understand what I've been trying to get across in this video, and, or even without that, if you already understand esoteric concepts and you don't already know about this, then this should be very intriguing to you, as it was me. Okay folks, I think I've babbled on enough for this video. A huge thanks for watching. Please again like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell at the right hand side of the subscribe button. Until next time, take care.